Now, our next startup is very simply called Matter, and they're providing sustainability and reporting solutions. We're going to hear from Matter right now. You've got 5 minutes. Are you ready?
Good morning. I'm Niels. I'm co-founder and CEO of Matter. The interest in sustainable investments over the past year has been completely undeniable. And for example, in the APAC region, we've seen more than a fourfold increase in assets under management in sustainable ETFs since 2008. However, even though 9 out of 10 younger investors want to see sustainability reporting on their investments and want to understand what their money is actually doing, that reporting and that understanding is almost entirely out of reach for retail investors. Therefore, the challenge for us has been how can we enable retail investors to take sustainability into account when making investment decisions. At Matter, we've developed a platform to harness the wisdom of the crowd to understand how sustainable companies and investments actually are. We cover sovereign bonds as well as more than 14,000 companies based on our proprietary data set from more than 60 trusted sources across the world. We work with NGOs, civil society, academia, and the outside world, and then we analyze 65,000 articles from global media on a daily basis to understand whether companies are being praised or criticized for their sustainability efforts. For our core, we enable this data to be used in reporting solutions for our clients, whether through our API connections or through portfolio overviews for professional clients. Our solutions are made to make sustainability reporting come to life for our clients, whether they are world-class global asset managers that needs to provide comprehensive portfolio reports to their clients, or whether it's for retail investors that needs few integratable impact reporting elements to report how sustainable their retail investors' portfolios really are. We enable that. Our clients are both global asset managers that are leading in sustainability and need our solution to report in intuitive, accessible manner to their clients. But it's also the next generation of banks, investment platform, and robo-advisors that needs to report sustainability in a digital fashion to their clients. What we specialize in is building a holistic sustainability analysis framework that we enable our clients to use in a way where they can deliver intuitive sustainability information directly to their clients, to retail investors, in an easy fashion. We also enable full-scale platforms if our clients want to use our solution for reporting. Much of our knowledge comes from having launched the first 2 sustainable pension products in Denmark that we released in 2018 and 19. We have more than 30 customers across 3 continents. We just closed our Series A round last week, led by Nasdaq Ventures. We're tripling revenue this year and are scaling the business right now. What sets our solution apart is an international team that comes from a variety of different backgrounds. To make this possible, we need a deep understanding of sustainability from the United Nations, which is my background, or the World Wildlife Foundation, where our head of sustainability analysis previously headed up their sustainable finance team in Asia. We also need a deep tech understanding from our CGO and our developers who come from 2 different unicorn startups. And then we need a deep understanding of users from our head of product, who has experience in design research, and our COO has experience in using user research to build insights on human behavior. Throughout this project, we work with HSBC, and let us give you an example of how you can use Matter elements to bring sustainability solution to life on HSBC platform. That is it for us. Thank you for your time. I look forward to hearing your questions.
Thank you very much, Matter, for your pitch and your video as well. And now we head over to our judges. We have 5 minutes for Q&A. Judges, do we have any questions for Matter? I do believe Mark has a question. Over to you, Mark.
Yes, Niels, great presentation. It looks like you have a great team. Obviously, an important part of your success is access to data. So if you can elaborate a little bit, how you get access to all this data that you need to build those scores?
So I think the important part here is what we want to do is we want to understand how companies are performing on sustainability, both based on what companies themselves are reporting, but also what is the outside world saying. We learned this when we launched our own pension product, that the journalists and the NGOs who will come and ask questions, they have a very different view of sustainability than the classic ESG providers. So we work with a variety of NGOs, civil society, academia, to obtain data and research from them, what we would typically call alternative data providers. We gather that internally, and then we supplement that with our natural language processing algorithms. We launched our first NLP product just last week, where we read 65,000 articles from global media on a daily basis and work with a media surveillance company to make sure that we basically gather all the critical articles that are written about global media, that are written about companies, and are able to understand where they're being criticized or where they're being praised for their sustainability efforts. I very much agree that the data part is the important element here. The important part is we don't deliver a score, we deliver the underlying information so we can help our clients build meaningful information and meaningful analytics for their clients, not necessarily as a sort of a one-size-fits-all ESG score.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Our next question comes from Walter. Walter, over to you.
Hi, Neil. It's great to see you again. We met last year at the FinTech Festival, where I came to see you at your booth once, and it's great to see how far you've progressed with the project over time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
My question is about the tech and really just the API kind of connectivity between your repository of information and the end users, both to either fund managers in creating their own scores or use cases, or either direct to customers in their own portfolios around understanding their portfolio scoring.
Yes, I think the question here is that we have APIs for that solution, depending on our clients' needs. Some clients need, for example, we provide reporting solutions, we provide the PDF even for professional clients. Some need access to the API. Some needs a full-scale digital platform that we deliver, and some of them also need the elements, which are the front-end elements that supplement our API, so that we make the reporting solutions really come to life, also in their front ends, on their platforms, in their apps.
Thank you for that. We have another question now from Pranav. Pranav, your question, please.
Hi. Niels, I really like the way you're using the diverse set of data, both the trusted formal sources as well as the unstructured news reporting, etc. Do you see any kind of biases that can creep in specifically from, the news articles, etc.? Or is that left again to figure out?
I think that's a very, very good question. So I think, first of all, the difficult part in ESG information is that there's not one standard or one framework for ESG data. There is maybe 120 or 150, depending on whether you're dealing with human rights, labor rights, climate, environment, etc. So, of course, we need to be very mindful when choosing the frameworks we use. Secondly, in terms of bias in media, yes, absolutely. And that is why we also work with a media surveillance company to ensure that the articles we read are from global, well-established media, and not necessarily from social media or source. So we need to be very well aware of that. We're also looking at how we can actually fact check those. That's also important. And then a final part is that we'll also see today there's a lot of different regulation coming to the fore in the EU, in the US, and in different countries in Asia as well, that will regulate disclosures on climate and other ESG areas, and therefore this will become much more important. A final point on that is that there's a wide difference, I think, as well, in terms of we are a relatively Eurocentric solution originally, so we're trying to be very mindful of that our clients in different parts of the world might also have different perspectives.
Thank you very much for that answer. Unfortunately, I do not think we have enough time for another question, so thank you so much, Matter, for sharing that with us, and all the best.